Not sure if you're familiar, it's on Rainbow Bluebird and Sahara. So have you ever been to City Athletic?
Yes, I have.
So that place, I mean, not the exact same, but it's close from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching your progress. You and Iris, you guys have been posting a lot of stuff.
Trying. I mean, it's been, you know, we originally wanted to open around May or June, so around this time, but it's been delayed. But it's only 1 month, so I'm thinking it's not bad. It's kind of happening quick.
Yeah. Now you're looking at July now, right?
July 17th.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the grand opening.
Yeah. Yeah. I know we're. What's your temperatures right now? I know we're almost 100.
Oh, you guys are. Where are you guys?
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
So humid 100.
A humid 100. Yeah, you guys are dry.
I don't know. I mean, here it's like it's hot, but I'm not sure what.
Not as bad.
109.
Oh wow.
109, but no humid at all. I mean,
okay.
It's like dry heat. I love it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm not too far from Orlando, so I'll be going to the Olympia again.
That's cool. Yeah. It's Orlando again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it last year.
Are you coming this year?
Yeah, I'll be there. I mean, I'll be there watching these guys battle, and I probably have some guys, you know, competing amateur. So probably from Japan, if they can make it, I'll help in them.
Okay. Well, before we start talking about your career, you're from Japan originally, and you're actually the first Japanese competitor at the Olympia.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, has there been a competitor since on the Olympia stage?
No, I mean, I gotta make it right. Actually, before me, there was one Olympia competitor from Japan, Katsumi Ishimura.
Okay.
If you know him, he was a Masters competitor. So back then, there was Masters Olympia combined with actual Olympia. So he competed in a Masters division. I think it was over 50.
Okay.
So he was actually the first Japanese professional bodybuilder competed Olympia stage. He was Masters, but so I would say I'm the first one.
You were saying that the guy he was at the Masters, so you're not the first one, yeah. And how old were you when you started competing?
20 years old.
20 years old. And that was in Japan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And when did you get your pro card?
2003. After I won Asian championships. So 2003 I got pro card, but I actually started competing in 2005 as a professional.
Well, yeah, I also read somewhere that you were a rugby player when you were in high school, huh?
I did rugby. I played rugby. I love it. I still love it. Just watch. And but you know, I wasn't that good. I was just average player, but you know, that was when actually I started lifting weight, and you know, I became liking more weight than actual rugby football.
Yeah. I didn't realize rugby was big in Japan. I thought it was more of a European thing, but I guess not. Huh?
It's actually really big, and Japanese are. Yeah. Japan is really good now. If you watch World Cup, they made it to top 8, so which is really good.
That's really good. Yeah. What are some other big sports over there?
Soccer is big. Baseball. What else? MMA.
I know wrestling's big over there too.
Pro wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, pro wrestling. Yeah, I know a lot of pro wrestlers that like to go over there and wrestle. Yeah. Do you think that, because I've never been to Japan, I've competed in Ireland and Switzerland and a couple other places.
Mhm.
Are the fans in Japan pretty good?
Last couple, I mean, I would say last 5 years, it's been growing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really expected this happen. And okay, let's say 5 years ago, when I was in Japan, okay, some people probably noticed me, right?
Mhm.
Like a gym people.
Yeah.
But now regular people who recognize me. Just if I was walking in the street, they would just talk to me. And, oh, you're Hide, and
Mhm.
because of the YouTube, then people start, like, back then it was going to the gym was crazy stuff. No one really did it. Only like a
Mhm.
niche market, right?
Mhm.
But now everyone wants to go to the gym. Everyone wants to, not doesn't necessarily to be bodybuilder, but they want to be like a fit.
Mhm.
I would say like more like a physique type of body. These young kids want to be like that, want to look like that. So, I mean, it's great. I mean, I would never expect Japanese people, wanted to be like, muscular, because, back then people more toward skinny look, so it's a good, like, I was shocked last time I was there. It was, because of COVID. I haven't been there for a while, but like 3 years ago I was there, and I was shocked. Like, I felt like I was like a superstar or something.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that was a good thing, and I also helped the business. For my business, I have a gym over there too, Powerhouse Gym.
I saw you. Yeah, Powerhouse. Yep.
Yeah, Powerhouse Gym Tokyo, which growing so quick last couple years,
Mhm.
and I also involving federation. It's called FWJ,
Mhm.
Fitness Worldwide Japan,
Okay.
FWJ. So we have like almost like 40 shows year round,
Oh wow.
all over the world throughout the year. Then
Mhm.
final would be like a November Japan Pro.
Mhm.
So these event, we get lots of audience, and it's mind blowing how things change so quick.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's crazy.
Mm.
Now, you mentioned that a lot of the people in Japan, they just want to stay lean and small and stuff like that.
Mm.
Did you find that genetics wise, it was hard for you to put on size because genetically, Asians are typically small and skinny?
Yeah, but me, I mean, I was one of the kid. People always, if you're in a school, some kids always like a muscular, and
Uh-huh.
we people call like a muscle guy, or muscle man or something. I was like that. I
Mhm.
was always physically fit.
Yeah.
Then I was always in sports, so uh, like to me, like physically fit wasn't new. It's always like that,
Mhm.
and when I started lifting weight as a part of rugby football, I saw,
I'm pulling your pictures up. Go ahead.
oh, so I saw my physique change really quick. Then of course, I mean, in Japan, I was, the one of the biggest. I mean, not probably the biggest, but one of the biggest guy. I competed uh, Mr. Japan a couple times, and I went up top three really quick.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, there are people were surprised. There are a bunch of big guys there. Like, if you think of a sumo wrestler, they are huge.
Yes. Yes.
They are not mixed. They're pure Japanese. So
Yeah.
we have some big guys there. But of course, compared to other countries like United States or some part of Europe,
Mhm.
because I think population of the people like to train, or going to the gym, or like, because it's a culture different. Over there probably weight lifting is something new.
Yeah.
But
Is this
here,
you? Is this you here?
oh
Sorry
yeah,
to
yeah,
interrupt
this
you.
is me. Yeah, when I
Yeah.
started,
Yeah. Wow. What a big difference.
yeah, I was probably 80, but 75 or 80 kilo,
Uh-huh.
which is, I think, a middle weight here.
Uh-huh.
So I wasn't that small. I mean, if you think about it, I started, like a couple years before that show. So then at this right here, I was probably 220 or something.
Yeah, it's 2007, it says.
Yeah, 2007, yeah.
Now did you start out in open, or did you start out, because I don't think was the 212 popular back then?
No, there wasn't 212. I don't think there was 212 when I started. I competed I am a pro. If you remember, I am a pro invitational. That was always in January or February.
Okay.
Then next, like a few weeks after, there was Arnold Classic. So that was the schedule back then. Then I always like to compete, starting Ironman, doing Arnold. When I started 2005, I did Ironman. Then that was it. I was nowhere. Like I was like out of 15s, right? So I was just there, on the stage. As a professional, right? But then the next year I did the same thing, same exact thing. I went to Ironman and I was just standing there, and I was watching guys, they posing in front of us. Then after that, I met Milos. Right after that, then my whole thing changed.
Yeah, Milos seems like he's taken a lot of athletes to the next level.
Right. Then back then, at that time, he had so many guys, especially guys from so me, Dennis Wolf was there, so many guys from overseas, and Johnny is from here, but Johnny Jackson was there. So I was like first time I went there, Chris Dim, if you know Chris Dim. Chris Dim was training with Milos legs. Then I was like, Chris was my idol. He's an Asian, first real Asian start, doing some impact in IFBB. So he was there training, legs with Milos. Then Milos just offered me after that, like a couple hours after, Milos said they are going to train legs with guys. So he offered me to join, and I said, why not? I had to. Yeah, that's how we started training together.
What did he do different? Do you know than you were already doing?
He just I think he just created giant set, around that time. Yeah, because he was training with he was training so many guys at the same time. So I think he created it, and he also had a bad knee injury. I don't know when he was still competing, right? Then after that, he needed to create something, not rely on super heavyweight, but still keep the intensity. Yeah. So he was the create, he was on a way to create giant set today, but we do let's say leg, the first day I was training with Milos, he was legs, so we did 10 exercises altogether. Then we start, one by one. Then it was non-stop, 10 exercises. Yeah. So that was brutal, and then I never, of course, I never done that kind of training, and my body just changed. It was a month from Ironman to San Francisco. There, it was 4 weeks apart. Then I competed Ironman. Okay, probably 215. Okay, nothing special physique. Then a month after I competed San Francisco, and I came in 11th place. I was shocked. I thought I could be probably, somewhere maybe 15th someday, if I was lucky. Then I came in 11, almost top 10, and I was so shocked. But I looked at the picture. It was almost close. I was so big, think back, probably 2006, 2007, 2000, between 2007 to 2010, I was biggest. Yeah. After that, I was real because I started focusing on more conditioning. But when I was with Milos, I didn't really think about anything, besides fullness or size, because I wanted to be big. Of course, if you're a bodybuilder, you want to be big, right?
Right.
Yeah, I really curious about conditioning back then.
Yeah, because 2007 you got 13th, and then
Right.
that was your first Olympia.
Yeah.
And then right after that were you with Milos before that or after that?
Yeah, I started Milos in 2006. So
okay, so he helped you get to the first Olympia.
2007, Milos
Yeah.
promised everyone I was going to Olympia.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
No one would believe it because I was nowhere, close to anything like that. But Milos said it. Like I think end of 2006, he just promised everyone. Back then, there was a how you call it, a website, like internet forum, getbig.com. He was saying most of the show I make top 5.
Yeah.
Like you said, sometimes I went down. Like you said, like 8th place. I think it was
1 or 2. I can't remember it. Yeah.
I that show I actually tore my quad like a few days before the show. So my quads were just swole. So I was in good condition, but all of a sudden I not the whole tour, of course, but partial tour. Then my just the muscle, like quad, like right next to the knee, just swole up like 2 days before the show. So I mean I was training like up until the show back then, like because I was competing so many. So each show I didn't really prepare, like just maybe a couple days before I just stopped, like water. That's it, and I was always in condition.
Yeah.
Right. So I went to Tampa. I was Tampa Pro, I remember. Then I was still training, and I felt pop in my quads, and after that it swollen up. Then of course that show I didn't even make it to the night show. I was just competing in the morning, but I just still got praise like a 7 or 8. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So sometimes like Olympia, of course, I was always around like top 10, or my worst placing in Olympia was like 15th, 2012. I think it was 15th, but funny thing, 2012, I thought I was going to be top 6 because condition was crazy. I never made that kind of condition. And that's when I started training with Iris, and Iris, like show me all these crazy glutes exercise I never done. And I always wanted to be like a shredded glutes, but I never had it before. I mean, I had a little like separation, but 2012 I made it first time, and so leading up to Olympia, I competed Tampa and Dallas Super Show. Then I was competing Sean Roden and Lori Tony Freeman, and I was third in Tampa. Then I still remember all these things. Europa, I beat a lot of good guys, and I came in second next to Sean Roden. So I was very confident, going into Olympia. But I was like I couldn't believe because I was going the confident to be top 6, and because year before I was 10th, top 10, but I wasn't in that condition. So I was probably bigger. But 2012, then since 2012, once you achieve that kind of condition, you mentally you feel like you have to be that kind of condition all the time, right? So I mean, back then I didn't realize it, but I'm thinking right now I start losing the pop, like like a balance. So my physique, I look at myself when I'm like a full, really full, like I competed with a Milos, I look bigger, like much bigger on a stage. If I come in like conditioning, I look a little bit stringy because I don't I don't really have like a pretty structure, right? So I needed to find that the good balance, conditioning and fullness. But I really never, especially after I came down to 212, it became really hard to me. I mean, I never really thought about it back then when I was in open, because all I care was, again, the size.
Yeah.
And now I needed to come down under 212 with that size, and I couldn't do it. I never really done it besides when I won Arnold. That was the only one show I think I made it really, good combination of size and conditioning under 212. Yeah.
That was 2016, I think you won the 212.
Yeah.
And then that was your highest Olympia too, right? Sixth?
Actually, I came in third, 212. Third.
212, but you're open, I think you got sixth, right?
No, I wish I was 9.
Okay, you were ninth.
Okay. 9, that was my highest. If I was in top 6, I'll be done.
Do you think if the 212 would have been around when you first started, do you think you would have went to that first?
I don't think so, because I was around that weight, but I was always like between 215 and 220.
Yeah.
And my main focus was size back then. So I wouldn't be, losing even 1 pound, for the weight class.
Let's see if I can find it. I had your picture here somewhere. Oh, there it is. 2016.
Right.
Yeah. How was Arnold?
This show, Arnold. And this show I was training with Patrick Tor. You know who that is? Patrick?
Yeah. I hear his name a lot. A lot of people are using him now.
Yeah, he's very one of the trainer slash guru, probably the newest, and probably right now it's most like hot, like a guru in the industry. But he's been really famous in Europe for a long time.
Yeah.
He was training Dennis Wolf. He was training many good guys, and I was, he trained me for this Arnold and the previous year's Olympia. Then I came in third, 212 Olympia. Then a year after I won Arnold. That's what. Yeah. So it was a good year with Patrick.
Yeah. And then how did you get approached for Generation Iron? How did that happen?
Generation Iron just called me out of blue, and they said, I think Brad, like a producer, he said he wanted to focus on bodybuilders, and I said to him, why don't you just call Jim Manion, or I think I have him call Robin Chan, and they actually it started like I thought it was like a little like documentary, some little stuff, but I never imagined it was this big.
Yeah.
It was big, and I'm blessed to be part of the first one, because I believe the first one was the best. Always.
Oh, right? It's always, yeah.
So I'm really blessed, and I'm glad they picked me. I think they wanted to pick some different like personality, so they liked the fact I was I'm from a different country, and doing this by myself.
Yeah, and
sorry,
that's okay.
It's in my body cafe. So hey, what's up?
I interviewed Andrea Shaw yesterday.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we were just talking about her. Yeah,
she looked great. I mean, I was, of course, last time she never liked to show anyone, leading up to the show. But I saw her, I would say like 6 weeks out. Then she was already in great shape. So she said this is unfortunate. She didn't take any picture, but she said she was in her best condition ever. Like a few days, before Olympia.
Yeah.
So it'll be really, it's kind of, sad. She couldn't do it, and I was, because she didn't show up to the press conference stuff.
Yeah.
Then I didn't really take it serious, because she sometimes she don't want to do it. She don't want to do it, right?
Right.
I saw she just skip it because she just didn't want to do it. But actually, she was in a serious like a fatigue, like crazy fatigue. Like when you're on diet, sometimes you feel fatigue. You can't even move out of the bed.
Yeah.
It was worse than that. Like I can imagine.
Yeah. How's she feeling now?
She's in great shape. I mean, she just but it took her probably like 3 months to really, because we have business here. Then it took her probably 3-4 months to get back to work. So she had to stay in the house for at least like 2 or 3 months. I did not see her that long.
Yeah. What about you? Are you done, or what are you gonna do?
I mean, I never really say it, but right now I don't miss stage at all. So
No.
I was surprised, actually, like last 20, since 20, so I competed until 46, so 26 years. I competed for 26 years, and I never thought I would feel like this way. I always like to be on stage.
Yeah.
But now, if you ask me, do I miss being on stage? I don't miss it at all.
No.
I mean, then a process to be on the stage, to be in that kind of shape, I can't really remember how I did it. I mean, I look at my picture like in a condition like contest shape. I can't believe that's me. Like I don't know how I do it now. I mean, it's mentally, it's all mental, but I think I'm in a different place already.
Yeah.
So of course, I love bodybuilding. That's why we are opening up the gym. I love lifestyle. I love training. I still train like, I just started training in the morning because it's so busy. I can't really train, like daytime. So I start training like 5 a.m. Then I love it. Then I like, the lifestyle. I like the dieting, all these stuff. But being on a stage is just, one of my, I mean, I'm in a different page of my life, I guess. And I don't think I mean, I never say this officially, and I don't know. I mean, I might change my mind like next year, but
well, you're 46. I mean, Sean Roden's the same age, so
I mean, just like a mental state is, I feel different. So I don't. Age is just a number, all these guys.
Right.
Dexter and Lobby back then. Robbie Robinson was beating like over almost like a 60s.
Yeah.
And all these guys looked great. And but right now, again, I don't miss being on stage at all.
Yeah. What do you weigh right now?
Probably a 220.
Okay.
So I still, I mean, I'm like training intensity wise. After Olympia, I feel like I lost that intensity. Then I was kind of slacking. I was in the gym, but I didn't push myself, like before. But now, like last couple of weeks, I start training harder again, and I feel great.
Yeah. What was your last show?
So last show, if it was last show, it would be Olympia. Last Olympia.
Last Olympia.
Yeah, last Olympia. I came in 13 or 14 or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I wasn't gonna be good because leading up to the show, I felt like, you know, like I didn't have what it takes anymore. You know, like size wise, I didn't have size. I had a condition still, but
Yeah.
definitely I was too small
Yeah.
compared to the other guy. I knew it, but I did it, you know, because you know, like that was because I qualified the year before. Then you know, it would be probably I was already thinking it would be probably my last show, last Olympia.
Yeah.
So I did it anyway. But you know, like these guys are big now too. Even in you know, under 212, these guys are very 212. Then I was like that when I started competing, you know, 212. But now I last Olympia I came in weigh in like with almost 200 pounds.
Oh wow.
So, yeah. So
Wow.
like, you know, like,
it sounds like sounds like your heart wasn't in it anymore, huh?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't the same. If I look it back, you know, when I was, you know, prepping for the show, of course I was focusing in that, but something wasn't there. And I'm, you know, but even though I was happy, you know, like my physique was, I thought I looked good, you know, for me. You know, of course, you know, compared to other guys, it was just day and night. You know, these guys are good, and probably last Olympia was one of the best lineup for 212 in a history. Yeah, I mean, quality wise, you know, there was no Flex Reese, there was no Jose, but quality wise, it's you know, like young guys coming up, and I was so glad to see, because you know, me or Jose or Flex, I mean, Flex is not that old, but 212 especially, we are there for a long time, you know, like older guys. So I'm glad to see young guys coming up.
Yeah. Now, what if they bring back a Masters Olympia? You think they will?
Yeah, man, because most of the guys are masters.
Yeah, I think they would have I think they'd have a good crowd if they brought it back.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Have they talked about it?
I don't know. I mean,
you haven't heard? No.
Yeah, the Jake, you know, he might bring it back because he brought the Miss Olympia back, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anything can happen. He loves bodybuilding. So.
Well, you have a lot of great bodybuilders like yourself, and I mean, I could sit here and name, you know, 25 of you guys that are in your 40s and 50s now that still look great.
Yeah,
and you would really have some good competition. Yeah, it'd be fun to see. Yeah, cool. All right, well, Mr. Yamagishi, I appreciate you taking your time. Sorry we had the technical difficulties.
Thank you for your time. You wanna catch Iris a little bit?
Yeah, let's say hi to Iris. Of course, I always like to say hi.
Iris. Wait a minute.
Hopefully, see if the internet works this time.
Yeah. We just got so many people all of a sudden.
You guys are busy.
We do right here. Gym is opening up right next door, and this is a store. Have you ever been to Body Cafe?
I have not. No.
I've
been to Vegas like 3 times.
When you came to a city, did you not stop by?
Not there. I did not, because I was there just for a few days for the Olympia.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which year?
Not last year. The year before. Let's see. That was what, 19. I was there like 17, 18, and 19.
Oh, okay. Then you came to City Athletic and you didn't stop by Body Cafe?
Yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't know you guys were there.
You saw it, right?
I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We've been in business since 2013. Then after City closed, we just, you know, like we were doing online from a garage. Yeah. And now we have gym, so we just moved here last March, and we mainly doing online still. Okay. We're gonna have a lot more customer whenever we open the gym. So in a month we have more customers here, but we usually don't have anyone here, but we have many.
It sounds like it. Yeah, it sounds like there's a big crowd, huh?
Hey, Iris.
That's all right. She's busy.
Yeah. You sure?
Oh yeah, no problem. Do you think they're going to bring the Olympia back to Vegas?
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, originally we were thinking, this is gonna be the Olympia, and Flex Race opened up the Dragons area, so it'll be like a new Mecca, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So I thought they will bring it up even this year, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I hope they will.
Yeah, I think they already had this place already reserved, so they said, well, they probably already paid the money for it.
Yeah.
And might as well keep it. So, yeah, well, very good, man. Once you get your gym open up, maybe we'll do another show. I want to come out there and train too, man. It'd be great.
Oh yeah, you have to. Yeah,
for sure. All right, Mr. Yamagishi, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time, and sorry about the disconnection.
That's okay.
You can edit.
Yeah, it'll help me. I can help you in this, so I'll practice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.